Okay, so I've got here a piece of figured maple that I have dyed, and I'm going to put a clear coat over it. Clear coat I'm using is, angle my camera up here, it's Famo Wood Glaze Coat. I've got it warming here in a water bath. It's been warming for a few minutes. Normally I let it go a little longer than this, but this is just an experiment, so I'm not going to worry too much about it. It needs to be warm enough or the reaction won't quite work right. So I'm going to mix that up in a minute here, and then I'm going to apply it to the top of this wood. And I'm not going to make you watch me mix it because that takes quite a while. So I'll just pause this video and pick up after I get that done.
Okay, just about done mixing this up here. So now I'm going to go ahead and apply it to the wood. This I stained this black and sanded it back, and then I put turquoise. There's the color I'm looking for, and then I dyed turquoise over that. So you have this darker figuring in here from the black. It just pulls it out. You'll hear about that trick everywhere. I'm sure you've heard it before. Also,
if my voice sounds muffled, it's because I'm wearing my respirator, because this stuff smells nasty. Although supposedly it's not bad for you to breathe. It's what they say, but I always, try and get as good ventilation as I can anyway, just to be on the safe side.
All right, let's brush this on there and see how it looks. Spoiler alert, it's gonna look really good. Epoxy is it pulls out the figure more than any other finish I've ever seen. Granted, I'm not the most well-versed in finishing, but I've seen it pull figure out of wood that I didn't even think was figured. Just a nice, I guess it wasn't, it was just a carved top of maple guitar that I did. I had this carved bevel in it, and it came out with that iridescent 3D look that you get from figuring, except it was just from the different angles of the carve. That was pretty cool, I gotta say. That was something else. So I'm real excited to throw it on this figured maple here. This is soft maple, not hard maple, and I just got it at my local big box store. You get lucky sometimes and find really figured stuff that they don't, sort it out and sell it for more or anything like that. So you just got to keep your eyes open. I stopped there. It's right on my way home from work, so I stopped there probably every week at least, just to check out the wood supply and see if I can find anything suitable for guitars. Look at that. That is breathtaking. Can you see it on the screen? Oh, yes. That's just magnificent. The depth is something else. And this is going to self-level out real good. And it'll be really, really smooth and shiny just to start. But then I'll also sand it and buff it on my buffing wheel, and it'll just come out to a mirror gloss and be just divine. I'm going to get a little bit more on here just to make sure that I will have enough room to sand it. And then you probably saw when I was kind of showing the figure off there that there is some bubbles in the finish too, and so we're going to need to take care of those as well, and I will show you how we do that in a second here. It's not hard. You use a heat gun, or in this case I think I'm just going to use a hairdryer because I don't want to get my heat gun out, and supposedly a hairdryer works just fine. So where in the hell did I put my hairdryer? Here it is. Shop's a bit of a mess right now because, it's a shop, and that's what they do. Alright, here we go. So there are some bubbles on the surface here. You can kind of see them in that bottom corner there, I guess. Let me angle this down. It's a mic stand. So alright, there you go. There's a lot of bubbles. And it needs to flow out yet, but put it on here, and it just pops them. Does a great job of this too. Alright, and that's all it takes. Little fast moving air. You can actually, I've done this before, you can actually take a straw and you can just blow on each individual bubble with just your mouth, your breath. and that'll take care of it too. All right, so that concludes this. Yeah, it's pretty.